season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hurricanes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma State's offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
Using his legs, it's Madden. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them the football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that that want to be involved in the pass.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The Cowboys will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
I tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Kane! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Pedrino. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's Madden. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Cantrell. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Cantrell. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. That midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Looking to throw again. This time it's complete.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They kick it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Bring in the heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Quarterback may change this route. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Leon. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now on comes the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up by 21 over Arkansas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Dawkins. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Catch in the middle, it's Cantrell. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle, it's Cantrell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Dawkins. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Madden. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the run, it's Madden. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the ground game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Right back to the well. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for 1 final play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Makes the grab over the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Madden. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. They'll leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Gets it past the marker. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Split backs here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Takes the handoff. It's Madden. Sweet cut there. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again here.
And the Cowboys line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Fires to the big fella. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This time on target. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that one's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. It's Leon. Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Canes are on the move. Handoff, keep working on that clock. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
He'll bring it out. It's Pedrino. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. At the 35, he's got room. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Cowboys come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Using the quick game. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me. I'll make...
I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
To the air on first down. Going deep. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48.
Set ready.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got him. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. This is what